G'day Spurs fans, Paul Hotspur hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. I hope you're all well. I'm in a very good mood. Saw a jolly entertaining game of kick around last night between Tottenham Hotspur, by far the greatest football team the world has ever seen, and Newcastle United. And I passed 3,000 subscribers. I'm not letting it get to my head. I'll have that one, thank you very much, wrap it up. I expect to be nice and clean that. Just taking a break, keeping an eye out for parking wardens. There's one, but he's about half a kilometre away, so that means I'll go about half an hour before he waddles over here. Anyway, last night's game. Look, it was fun. Shame I couldn't get down there. The atmosphere was usual for an Australian sporting event. We don't do singing in Australia. We cheer, but we don't sing, unfortunately. But I thought the team played well. We had we had maybe a little bit too much Emerson Royale on show for the shop window, trying to get a few extra bucks from him, and I could see the Royale stock price, share price, climb and climb and climb. It's like, sell, don't let him play any longer. And then he carried on. I think he dipped a bit before he was taken off, but you know, I don't think the Royale bubble has quite burst yet. Skip was infuriating as usual every time a player gets past him because he's ball watching. Then he just sort of climbs all over the back of someone. I like a bit of biff in the game, but professional fouls are something I really can't abide by, to be honest. I guess sometimes you've got to do it, but he does it every single time, man. It's frustrating. But it was a lively game, actually, a lively game. Finished 1-1. We lost on penalties because Willow the Wisp, Al Pacino out of Dog Day Afternoon, Attica. Yeah, our very own Brian Hill missed his penalty, but hey, it was a low stakes game. Wasn't too upset about it. It's always nice to win. But it was fun. It was fun seeing a lot of our academy players in the second half. They're not the players I've seen too much of. I just haven't had the time to watch much of that stuff. I know David Harris at Irish Hotspurs on top of it. So I can only give you impressions from what I've seen of them from that game. Whether that's fair or not, I don't know. But I basically thought they did really well. I thought Santiago actually looked like a bit of a winger. Donnelly didn't look out of place, always keen to win the ball back. Devine looked all right. Scarlett, trouble finishing with Scarlett, man. Although he did score his penalty, in fairness to him. But Ashley Phillips, you know what? I wonder if Ashley Phillips is ready, which would be great for our first team and what we're thinking about in the transfer window. He has had a good season at Plymouth Argyle. I'm just keeping an eye out for the old high-vis shirt. Plymouth Argyle. He looks ready. Makes me kind of think that do we really need to make many purchases in defence? I guess if I was going to pick something in defence, it would be a right-back cover for Pedro Porro, because it seems that we've got decent centre-half coverage if Phillips is in there as well. And also Mickey van der Ven out on the left full-back position also showed that he's more than just covering. He can actually do that job really well. I don't like it when we kind of make do with players, but when they're truly versatile, like Mickey seems to be, then it solves a lot of problems for the team. Other players came on. There was Black, there was Hall. Look, I think the future's bright. They definitely, in fact, they did more than hold their own against Newcastle. Now, of course, in the second half, it's hard to compare because Newcastle also made a hell of a lot of substitutions, so it probably was a lot of their youth team as well. But come what may, you know, we were definitely on top of it and had the better of the game. And it was a fun watch. It was actually really quite enjoyable watching a game of football where there wasn't so much at stake. Like I say, I always want to win, always, even against Manchester City. But I found it nice and it was nice and relaxing. Nice and relaxing. It was a capacity crowd at the MCG, at the G. They sold it out, which is a crowd of 80,000. I think the official attendance on the night was 74,000, something like that, which is a really good haul for a game of football in Australia. They're now all off on their little jollies. All the best to all of them, but don't let yourselves go too far, folks, because in 86 days we go again, man. We go again, and at Tottenham Hotspur we never stop. I haven't seen any press conferences or reactions from after the game. All I can tell you is I thought it was good. I thought it was entertaining. It was a lot more feisty than I expected. I was expecting a bit sort of handbags at 10 paces, because obviously what player from either side would want to get injured in a post-season friendly? But there people, you could see people were putting in a lot of effort. They weren't just going through the numbers, and I think that's probably maybe why we were on top of the game, because I know Ange wouldn't be having any relaxation no matter what the game. He'd want to win a game of darts or tiddlywinks or bowls, anything. Sometimes people just want to win no matter what they're doing, and that's who we've got in charge at the moment, folks. It's very, very good signs. Now, in other news, I saw the England squad list for the Euros. I didn't go through it with a fine-tooth comb. The main thing I was looking for were: 1, is Maddison in? Yes, good. Okay, tick. 2, did Eric Dyer miss out on a place? He did. Tick. And 3rd, Jordan Henderson. Okay, tick. He's not there. His Saudi Arabia gamble, where he wanted to ignite the love of football in Saudi Arabia. Well, I mean, that was the one reason he gave us. I think there are about 500 million other reasons why he did that, but that's all died in the arse, and he's not in there. But unfortunately, we've still got Slabhead Maguire in town. I mean, I don't fancy our chances. I think not with Gareth Southgate. I still have nightmares about 4 years ago when we were on top in the final, 1-0 up, and then we parked the bus, and it's just inexcusable. When you're on top of a game, and you're winning, why stop what you're doing that got you into that position? Why start playing it safe? Just lets the other team back in the game. And I know people have been asking for that at Tottenham, to do that, and I can't stand it. I can't stand it. If you go 2-0 up, then go for 3-0. If you're 1-0 up, go for 2-0. There's no safe way to hang on to a lead, because you're just enticing the other team to pep your goal, and you're hoping that you can withstand it. And just like a load of monkeys on an infinite number of typewriters and all that, any team that has a decent amount of time peppering your goal, sometimes that bloody ball just bobbles in the back of the bloody net, doesn't it? So the best thing is to keep it up their end of the pitch. It's pretty simple. I've got simple ideas about football. You keep it up their end of the pitch and they can't score. It's not that hard, is it? I'm no genius, but even I'll figure that out. A lot of the press and pundits still don't recognise that in football. That's why we've got Ange in. He's ahead of his time. While everyone else is using computers and neural networks and algorithms, we've got a man with a proper football brain that relies on his eyes and his ears and his heart. So I had a good old stream last night. That was the most viewers I had for a live stream. Although YouTube was a bit funny last night. It was saying I had 0 live viewers, which I think a few people were having actually, but I don't know, the chat seemed to disagree with that. Ended up with 2,000 viewers on it, which was lovely, giving me a lot of hope for the future of the channel. I've got lots of ideas that I want to bring into it. It's going to take time. I've got to learn some new skills to do some of these things, and some of it's a bit experimental. But I'm just so thankful that I've had the ideas, the inspiration to make my channel a little bit different, a bit of a fun place. Fun, entertaining, light-hearted, bit of a giggle. And the people watching my channel have really helped me fulfil that vision, that dream I have for the channel. So thanks to everyone as always. I don't take it for granted, people taking time out of their day to listen or to watch me. That's very cool of you. I'm always glad to have your company, man. Always glad to have your company. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Peace and love, man, and come on you Spurs.